Hello, everyone.
Welcome back.
Welcome back. Happy Wednesday.
Happy Wednesday. There you go. You finally did it.
She's learning.
Oh, good.
Sarah was so impressed that I didn't forget any supplies today.
Yeah, you did really good. Though, I mean,
You doubted.
You
me.
did great last week, though, too, because you had a lot of stuff you needed to bring last week.
Yeah, I came with my Santa fucking bag.
Yeah. But you, I mean, this is good for everybody who doesn't know, which is everybody. This week is going to be our lazy week. We're halfway through our season, episode 5, and it's Wine Wednesday. So we're popping a bottle of wine, and that's the only thing we're doing today.
Santa Margarita.
And then Natalie, being the true host with the most, hooked it up with some personal charcuterie for your girl.
I actually learned that the French get pissed when we say the cheese boards are the charcuterie boards because
Really? Why?
it's really just like a meat board. The Americans added the crackers, the nuts, the cheese, but it's supposed to be all meat, and there is no meat in this.
That's okay.
It is cute, though.
It is really cute.
We
each
each
have
really
our
cute
own.
on camera. I just spit.
Yeah.
Good thing we have separate ones. I didn't spit in yours.
That's okay. No, I love it. You did fantastic. I'm excited to get into some wine, into some cheese, into some gossip.
Into some gossip.
Yeah.
Hell fucking yes. I want fig jam on everything. Fun fact.
Yeah.
My favorite.
Yeah, love it.
All right, guys.
So let's get to it. Wine me. I know we said that we were just gonna open up a bottle of wine, but the weather is so nice. I'm feeling fruity, and I just wanted to spice mine up a little bit.
Sarah is going the extra mile.
Yeah. Oh wait, I'm gonna need that
This?
in my thing. Yeah.
Oh. I bet.
I'm putting a little peach puree in my wine and some seltzer. I'm making a little fruity spritzer.
She's fun. I'm basic.
Wine's not basic.
This was actually a gift from my crush.
What do you mean?
He brought this over.
Oh, really?
I was going to bring Malbec because that is our favorite.
Yeah.
So I have a bottle of Malbec at my house that I'm going to save for when,
Yeah.
the next date night.
Yeah,
But then I
save
saw
that.
this and I was like, I feel like this is more girly, so I'm going to just bring her.
Yeah, I like it.
Everyone loves little Pinot Gris, especially this one. I don't know about you, but everyone at my job orders this constantly.
Santa Margarita.
Yeah.
I don't think we have Santa Margarita anymore. So.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Normally, I am definitely a red wine person, but
Yeah.
I could get with only really Pinot Gris, maybe a Chardonnay. Nothing too sweet. Like, I can't do the fucking Sauv Blanc or Moscato or...
Sauv Blanc is my white wine of choice, specifically from New Zealand. I like my Sauv Blancs from New Zealand. I like my Cabs from California. I like my Malbecs from Argentina. And that's that.
Look at you go.
Yeah, but red wine, I love red wine, but I'm prone to migraines, and they say that the sulfates in red wine specifically, the sulfates in all wine really aren't good, but red wine, they say specifically, is not good if you have migraines. So I still drink it, though, because I live on the edge.
Yeah, but we don't need you in the hospital any more than you've been, Sarah, so please.
No more trips to the ER. All right, cheers.
Cheers. Yours looks a lot fancier than mine.
Yeah. It's nice.
It is good. It is good.
Refreshing.
So, I want to jump into something that I had a lot of fun with this week.
We put up a poll this week.
Yes, we put up a poll that we referred to in our mini-sode. So if you caught it, here we go.
And you'll know where we're going with this.
So, the debate was, when seeing someone new, do you want to talk about your/their exes? Do you want to know why it didn't work out, when it ended, etc.? Or is it an unnecessary conversation to have because it's in the past, so leave it there?
This cheese is so good.
Which one is that?
I don't know. I don't know which one I picked up, but it's so good.
All cheese.
Okay. I feel like In the poll, we got primarily talk about it.
Yeah, it was definitely.
The answers were talk about it or nope.
Yeah.
And we got more talk about it than nopes.
Definitely on both accounts, on my personal account and the Slightly Shaken. My personal account, it was like
Blew
a
up.
landslide. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I have a few actual replies that I got.
Yeah, people were DMing, blowing up your DMs.
I mean,
with
yeah,
this.
but some of them were stupid. Like, some guys were like, "Fuck nah, she doesn't need to know what I did." And it's like all right, relax.
Goodbye.
This is why I've never taken
Red
you up
flag.
on any of your date offers.
Oh yeah, there you go. Well, yeah.
You guys know who you are. Okay, so these were the ones that stuck out. The first two are from men, which I always like to hear a male's perspective.
Totally. Yeah.
So this is one of my good friends. He said, I wouldn't get annoyed if they bring him up. It doesn't hurt to get an idea, but I hate when they always talk about their exes. That's a major red flag.
Agreed.
Yes. Okay. So my personal opinion, let's just start there. I think that you should always talk about it. I do.
You do.
But I think that there's a very strategic way to go about that conversation. Now,
Okay.
it is never, ever, ever, ever a first date conversation unless you two, and it's never happened for me. I have not met a soulmate like that. I've never loved at first sight.
Yeah.
If you genuinely hit it off with this person so well, you're both really, really feeling each other, and you really feel like that's it. Like, this is going to be someone that is like my significant other. Then sure, you're sitting at the on your dinner date at the bar, whatever, for hours, and you get to so why are you single? You seem so perfect. Why are you single? Then fine. I just personally think, I'm not going to give my reasons yet because a lot of the responses that I saved touch upon them. But yes, I agree. I think that it is something that you should talk about.
Okay.
For sure. But keep it, like, be respectful about it. No one wants to hear about your ex every fucking time you're out with them, because it's like, all right, would you rather be here with them or with me? Like, I don't really understand. So I agree with him entirely. It's definitely a red flag if they talk about their ex constantly. You're not over it. I don't,
I agree.
Or maybe you are over the person, but you're not over the pain. And I'm sorry, but I can't sit here and fix a heart that I didn't break.
Yes. Yeah.
Heal on your own, love yourself, and then come back. We'll try again.
Yeah.
Okay. This next one is also from a guy. After a certain period of time where you're more comfortable with each other, you can't judge someone on their past if you're with them in the present. So this reply is interesting because this is a different take, I guess. Like, he's saying, you can't judge someone on their past if you're with them. So I guess he's looking at it as like, she cheated on her ex.
Right. Something like that.
Something like that, which is like, that's not normally my first.
Well, I think like
it's not, I'm never like, what did you do?
Right.
You know?
Well, it's funny because some of them that you were reading were like, that you were sending to me were like, yeah, I want to know why it ended. The way that I took this poll, me personally, was, do you want to know about the person's ex and why it ended, what they did, why it didn't work out, or do you not talk about it? That's the way that not like someone who talks about their ex all the time and blah, blah, blah. Like, I took this poll as a very, like, cut and dry. When you start seeing somebody, do you want to know about their past relationship, their last ex, why it didn't work out, and what happened?
Right.
Or do you not talk about it and leave it in the past?
Yeah.
But some of these responses are like the ones right now are like, well, if they always talk about it, blah, blah, blah. Like, that's not how I took it.
Yeah. Okay. I see what you're saying. Well, I think the answer should definitely be, you don't want to talk about it all the time. We talk about it, we cover it. I know that you guys didn't break up last week.
Yeah.
I know that it's been a substantial amount of time that you've hopefully worked on yourself, gotten your hoe phase out of your system, and that's it. For me, my only concerns.
What are your thoughts? When do you want to talk about it? Do you want to know about their ex and what happened and why it ended, about their past relationship?
Yes. I do want to know, and I do want to talk about mine.
You do?
Yeah.
Okay.
I have no problem talking about mine. I like, guys have asked me more often than not.
Yeah.
And I'm very honest about it, and I'll, like, I'm sometimes too honest about it, but no, I want to know, and I have no problem saying what it was and what happened. I think that someone's reply, I think you can tell if it's a bogus reply or if it's an honest and it's a sincere one. And I know that mine really is always so honest and so sincere. And I feel that like when I do share it with guys that they pick up on that.
Yeah.
And hopefully it's somewhat of a turn on in a sense that it's like, okay, you know what? She's emotionally intelligent and conscious of things. You know what I mean? Like, but I just want to know, I guess, a time frame. I want to know when they broke up. I would like to know who she is. Like, is she in your friend group? Are we going to be around her all the time?
That's
you know what I mean? Like, or did she move to fucking Florida and I don't have to worry about her ever, you know? And not that I'm worried, but it's like, do I really want to be around your ex? Yeah. And if he says, you know, we broke up 2 months ago, that's recent, but she has a new boyfriend and I, you know, really wasn't working on it. We just felt like we started as friends and we should have stayed as friends and whatever, but she is in my friend group, but you know, you'll see her at a party, but she's going to be there with her new boyfriend. Now I know that it's like, it's done. It's over, you know, no hard feelings. But if it's a girl that he broke up with or he cheated on and she's in his friend group and she's around all the time and I know that she's going to be still upset about it. It's
You're going to want to know.
I want to know. So that's the way I feel. I'm never judging. You know, if a guy told me like, listen, me and my ex broke up because I cheated on her, I'm never like, okay, sayonara. Never.
Well, I think that's what like one of the responses that you sent to me when we first put this up was, and I said this to you after you said it to me, but the girl, I don't know if it was a girl or a guy, was like, yes, I want to know, you know, when it ended and, you know, why it ended and what happened and blah, blah, blah. And my response to you was, how does this bitch think that this guy's telling her the full truth?
Yeah.
Like, there's 3 sides to every fucking story.
Right. Well,
yours,
someone said that too.
Mine, and the truth. Mm-hmm. So I'm not going to sit here with you and you're going to tell me why your relationship ended and what happened. And I'm going to take that with full weight. You know what I mean?
Because you don't think people are ever totally honest? Like, I fucked up, I cheated on her?
No, yes, I do. But let's take me and Kieran, for example. We could break up tomorrow, right? And he could say, my girlfriend was a nagging bitch. All she did was complain. Nothing I did was ever good enough.
Right.
My version of the story would be, no matter how many times I told him to do the simplest things for me, he couldn't do them. He couldn't remember to put his fucking towel up. He doesn't respect me or what I say or our relationship. He has no regard for anybody else but himself. The truth lies somewhere in the middle.
You're right.
But that's my truth, and that's his truth. We're not breaking up because of a towel, but you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
no,
should we
totally
have, the truth is somewhere in between. And because him and I have talked about, you know, these things. And when you don't do these things, it makes me feel like you don't respect the things that I say and ask of you. And in his mind, he is, well, that's such a silly thing to think. Of course I respect you. I just forget. Like, so yes, you could be very honest when you tell somebody that, but that doesn't make it the truth. Right. That's your truth.
Right. That is a very fair point. All right, ready? Here we go. Okay. Oddly enough, this is one of my brother's ex-girlfriends. And I absolutely love her. Definitely my favorite. Okay. Whenever a guy tells me about his last breakup, I can immediately tell if it was just an honest mistake on his end or if he's leaving something out. I don't know how to explain it, but do you know when you can just tell that you're missing a key part of a story? That's a red flag to me. Also, I want to know if she broke up with him, in which case it'd be easy for her to go running back, or if he was the one who was over her first, in which case I'd feel more reassured.
But if he broke up with her, or if she broke up with him, like, don't make him out to be a weak bitch. Mm-hmm. Like, if a guy breaks up with me, that doesn't mean I'm running back. If he comes back to me, I'm running it all into it.
Right.
Like,
I mean,
that doesn't.
I guess
I don't think that's a fair statement to say. Like,
I guess you just feel better knowing that your boyfriend broke up
is the one who ended it.
Yes. I get that, but I also get what you mean. Like, some guys are like, she ended things with me. Fuck
like
that bitch. Yeah, I'm never talking. You know, screw her. I was over it anyway.
You know what? You know? Like, how many times, and we've said this, like, when you're in super toxic situations, you don't realize how bad they are
until you're out.
Until you're out of it. So let's say someone breaks up with you, and then you're out of it, and you're like, wow, like, that wasn't good for me, for anybody. I am not going back there. Don't count me out to be like some weak person that, like.
Yeah, that's fair. That is a fair point.
I don't like that one as much as you do.
All right, next. Ready? I think to reference them is okay, but overly talking about it is just uncomfortable. Also, when a guy negatively talks about his ex all the time, that's a major red flag.
I agree with that.
I agree. You know what? And I have
keep some respect for people.
Right. I have one ex-boyfriend, who I always think, and I'm going to be completely honest. I did him dirty in every which way. He never, ever, ever, to this day, and I almost wish he would give me some sort of fuck you, like something.
Yeah.
Never called me any name, never, like nothing. Wouldn't even tell me to shut up. Like, he was just like, I'm so hurt by what you did, I can't get over it. And that hurt so much worse than the fuck you bitch, you dumb slut. You know what I mean? Like, it really did. So, and whatever, since we broke up, it was years ago, he has been with another girl, very serious, since then. They broke up for a little while. And he did reach out to me.
Okay.
He swore that his friend drunkenly took his phone and did it.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. But we hung out a couple of times, like so platonic, honestly. Like we like got food. We went to Target one night. Like it was nothing like intimate at all. And when I asked him about her, he said, and I just was like, this is why I should have stayed with you. This is why I should have never hurt you. Because he was like, I don't want to talk about it. She's a great girl. I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to disrespect her at all. And I was just like, wow, I hope that that's what you said to her about me. I'm sure, you know, it shouldn't have been, but honestly, I'm sure it was. And then, you know, I didn't hear from him much after that. And then I found out they got back together.
Okay.
I wish them well.
Yeah, you have to just wish
I
them
definitely
well.
wish them well. But but to me, it was such like I was so impressed with his character by him not talking bad about her at all. I didn't even know why they ended that time. I didn't know if it was her or if it was him.
Yeah.
He said nothing about it at all. And to me, it was just like, he just made it clear, like, we're not together right now. And that was all I needed to know. And I think that is like such an honorable, admirable response, you know?
I agree.
She's not in my life. I have nothing bad to say about her. I wish her well.
Yeah.
Oh, well, moving on.
I agree.
Guys,
I agree.
that's big dick energy right there.
Yeah.
It really is.
Yeah.
Shitting on your ex is so 2000 and late.
2000 and late.
2000 and late.
Yeah.
Okay. This next one I saved because it's something that I have never thought of.
Okay.
Ever.
We like different points of view.
So this is a different point of view. This is from a girl.
Okay.
I only ask how recently their last breakup was to save myself from possibly being a rebound.
Okay. Yeah.
Something I would never think of.
Yeah.
I personally don't I don't practice like rebound mentality. I'm never like, oh, we're done. So who's next? You know, like that's the last thing on my mind. It takes me 6 months to even think another guy is hot. You know, like I'm not like, I wish I was. I honestly wish I was. But so that's never something I think of. Like, does this guy only want me to get over his ex? Yeah. That's never been a thought. Do you ever, like, have you ever thought that?
No. But I understand the, like, the need. I understand the wanting to know, like, how long it's been, because you want to make sure the other person is like done with that and ready for a new chapter.
Right.
But that's also a very like, how many stories have you also heard with people getting out of a relationship and then like meeting the person they marry like so quickly after that? Like a door closes for you and like one opens and that's the right one that's for you. And like life is just so unpredictable that you really just...
You can't go in it so skeptical, I don't think.
And like, because I think even like back to, you know, when Kieran and I like really started dating like and hanging out again and whatever, like it wasn't that long after him and his ex broke up. And like I always said, like if him and I were gonna be together, like it can't be right now. Like it's gonna be like in 2 years, 3 years. Like if this happens in the future, it is in the future. But that's not what wound up happening. It was very shortly after. And like life will really kind of just throw curveballs at you when you're ready for them. And sometimes I think you're so not, and we talked about this a couple episodes ago, like you're so closed off from new experiences, and once you're rid of that, you are so open to the universe and things come to you. So like
that's such a nice point of life.
Well, I think it's very true, you know, like ask and you will receive for things, you know. So like I think people who rebound are definitely more likely to, you know, be with somebody as a rebound. But you can't think that way too, because then you're like, oh, his relationship was only like a month ago. Like, I'm a rebound, I'm not. And maybe like you just
give
like
yourself some more credit.
give
Maybe
yourself
he
some
really
more
likes
credit than
you.
that. Maybe
Yeah.
you're a fucking catch.
Yeah, you're a
and
babe.
maybe good riddance to his
Yeah.
ex, and now the universe has aligned, and you
Right.
will rid yourself of that because you're nervous to be a rebound. And if you wind up being a rebound, then you were probably the best fucking damn rebound he could have fucking got.
Right.
So
Right.
props to you, and you can go. So thanks for your dick and
Yeah.
go on your way.
Right. I hope you got a couple of good dinners out of it. And
Yeah,
that's it.
absolutely.
It didn't work out.
Yeah.
I mean, no hard feelings. You know how many guys I've tried with, it hasn't worked out, and we're like cool. You know, we're boys now. I'll vent to you
Right.
about my new guys.
Right,
You know?
sure.
I also think it's like important to keep in mind, you know, the whole saying, like, what someone didn't do for you in 5 years, someone in 5 months will. You know, like
Yeah.
it's like, just because someone did whatever in their last relationship does not mean that that is how they're going to be
Yeah.
with you. I really do believe that. There were so many guys that I like really dicked over, like just, you know, that were probably really good guys.
Yeah.
And then there were guys that I
Yeah.
got dicked over by, you know, it's
Yeah.
like, it's
Yeah.
always different. Okay. Now, this is from a guy.
Okay.
And he says he 1000% wants to talk about it because he wants to know why she's crazy as fuck. To which I replied, fair enough, but no one will admit it was me. I'm the problem.
Correct. Yeah.
You know?
Maybe you will if you're emotionally mature enough, but that kind of goes back to what I said before.
Right.
You know, you're not going to get the whole truth. You're going to get their truth.
Well, his reply to me was, it was me. I was definitely the problem. And
Oh.
if you knew who this was, you would know he was
the problem.
was definitely the problem.
Yeah.
Heartbreaker Central. Okay. This reply I liked a lot.
Okay. Let's hear it.
I actually really like this person a lot. Very nice girl. Okay. Rule of thumb, ... Don't ask questions you want an honest answer to. LOL. If you can handle the harsh, honest answer, then ask away. But most of the time, it's best to leave the past in the past. There's 3 sides to every story, his, hers, and the truth. You'll never get the full truth, so I wouldn't even bother asking.
Fair.
She said, you know, we went back and forth for a second about it. She said, it's not a good idea to start off something new with someone by asking the person about their last relationships and what went wrong or whatever, because you're already going to plant those ideas in your head, and it's just going to hurt whatever outcome may come with this new person. Unless the person is certifiably, wow, that's a hard word to say. Did I fuck that up? I
No,
don't
you
know.
got it right.
Insane. Maybe I can understand, but it's only going to cause a negative outcome. That's not to say once you've been with this person for some time and then you both naturally bring up something from the past about your relationships to discuss it and not judge, but understand that it's totally appropriate and it's not our business until then.
Okay.
So I agreed with the whole don't start off with it. I mean, what are we...
Well,
me and you are here trying to get to know each other. What do we care
Right.
about all the background noise,
And I don't
you know?
need you to give me a roadmap on how to be in a relationship with you. This is why it didn't work out with my ex, because she did this, and this. And now I'm thinking in my head, like, okay, well, I better not do like this, this. And like,
like,
his ex
shit,
did that
I
and
do
whatever.
that,
Like,
yeah.
I do that. No,
Yeah.
I don't. If I do something and it ticks you off, like, you absolutely can tell me. But like, I think that's more when it should come up. Like, even bigger things, like if like you were cheated on and you're like insecure now, and then your boyfriend does what my boyfriend did, was at the strip club till 4 a.m. without letting you know. Like, then you can bring it up and be like, hey,
Yeah.
listen, like,
I don't love that.
I don't
Yeah.
love that. Like, this happened to me. I'm sure you weren't doing anything, but this is what happened to me and this is what I went through, whatever. And I'm a little insecure about it. And,
Yeah.
and I don't like when you do things like that. And if they're a person that wants to work with you, because I don't think that's an unreasonable ask to just let
Right.
your person know that you're going to the strip club till 4 a.m., then I think you can broach the subject in that way. Like, hey, like, just so you know, when you talk to me like this or whatever, like, it brings up this, you know, and from my past or whatever, or it makes me feel this way. You don't even need to say, like, oh, my ex used to do that and blah, blah, blah. But, like, when you do this to me, this is how I feel.
Yes.
And then I think it becomes pretty obvious, okay, like, she must have been with someone and, like, that was an issue or whatever. And if you're, like, in tune with each other, you'll pick up on those things. You know, I think
Yeah.
that's more when it should come up. Like, don't, like, sit there and, like I said, give me a fucking a directionary guide on how to fucking be with you.
Right.
You know?
Let me just learn you a little bit, you know?
Yeah.
And this one I just, oh no, this isn't my last one, but this one I just thought was funny because this is so me. So, do you want to talk about it or not? You know, this person replies, I already know, with all laughing faces. We're besties on my Finsta. She just doesn't know it.
Oh my God.
And I can't say that, you know, you can tell me or not tell me about your ex all you want, but
Yeah.
best believe I already know who she is.
Yeah.
I already have a rough understanding of when you guys broke up.
Uh-huh.
I don't know why you broke up, but believe me,
Yeah.
we're never gonna be in a bar and you're gonna have to say, "Oh, my ex is here," because
You already know.
I already
you knew
know.
that
I
she
saw
walked
her.
in. Yeah.
Her shoes are fucking ugly.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
All right. This one. Okay. This is one of my best guy friends. There is a nuisance where you do not mention it unless you are saying, in my last relationship, I noticed X, Y, and Z didn't work out, or I learned blank about myself, and here's why it was good or not good. He goes on to say, stories, comments, photos, etc. Anything that doesn't serve a purpose to help the current relationship should definitely stay in the past. If I hear more than like 3 mentions of an ex within the first couple of dates, anything beyond my last relationship was X months ago and here's how it ended, then I'm out.
Yeah.
I'm
I think
with
we
that.
kind of touched on that just now too.
Totally with that.
If it doesn't, if it comes up in that way, that's how you start
Yep.
the topic. I think if it's beneficial to your relationship now, talk about it. But if it's shit talking or it's not beneficial to like you moving forward with someone, then I don't think so I have a friend who her fiance now, she had asked when they first started dating what happened with his ex or whatever, and he had mentioned that he cheated on her. It was like a one night stand, random thing, whatever. And it made her really nervous, and she really grappled with he cheated on his ex, and he did that. You know, if he's capable of doing that to her, he's capable of doing that to me. And like, do you think I should be nervous? And I was just like, first of all, I hate saying like, if someone's capable of doing something, because I think we're all capable of doing something that we might not even know that we are until we are in.
And we've all probably
position
done
or
something
situation
that our new significant other wouldn't like to
Right.
know about,
right.
So
And then like
can't be so critical of that
maybe go a
stuff.
little bit deeper and like what was the issue? Like clearly there was a breakdown in some sort of communication. Either he was unhappy and didn't communicate it and didn't leave and do the right thing, or he did and she didn't receive it. You know what I mean? Like there's so much like background to things like that I think, to just write someone off and she's a very big like, oh, they did that, and like, nope, and she's I love her to pieces, but she can be very judgmental. And, nope, write them off. And I don't think that that's a way to be. I don't think like that kind of, oh, why did it end? Oh, they cheated on the person. Like, I'm out.
Yeah, I mean, that's just so not me. I'm so
No.
not like that. But I think another thing to think about that could be relevant in my life, could be relevant in my friends' lives, is if the last relationship ended poorly. And I'm talking like poorly, to the point where if you're all out and, this island is so small and you run into each other, if it could be a potential issue, I think that it's something like worth noting. And a lot of my friends have ended with guys, and I mean, some of them as bad as like orders of protection being involved.
Oh, yeah.
Thankfully, that is not something that I've ever dealt with. But I'm just saying, like, these are all things that it's like, I would want to know. If something ended that badly, like, I want to know. If things got physical, if things were really like,
Well, see,
full of hate.
those are things too, though. Like, if you hit her, you beat her up.
I mean, that's something that I'm out now.
I'm out now.
Yeah, I'm out. You cheated
But
on
see,
her, I
those
could
are-
look past it. You hit her, I'm out.
It's so situational.
Yeah,
You know
I
what I
know.
mean? Why did it end? Because you
But no guy's
All
going
right.
to say I hit her.
Right.
And if he does, now I'm really running because you're...
Right. Now you're like a real psycho.
Yeah, you're freaking me
But
the
at the
fuck
same
out.
time, like if you maybe had an addiction, or if you that caused you to be not motivated or live your life a certain way, and that's why it ended, and maybe you're not there now, but you were, you know, and that's why it ended with your ex who couldn't, you know, handle that. But then I feel like maybe that's more of a you issue than an ex issue. You know what I mean? Like that's now, even if like you're on like the straight and narrow and you're getting better and you're working on yourself, like that's more of an I had an issue and I'm here now, like where do you fall in that way? That may not fall into like a, you know, my ex couldn't handle my addiction.
Yeah,
because that's not a fair thing to put on somebody.
At all, no.
So
but
there are definitely things from people's past that they should tell you.
Yes.
If that's necessary.
Well, I also think, and this is something that I've talked about with like a few guys on first dates, that we'll joke about what our character flaws are, and what's wrong with you, type of thing, you know, like, and keep your ex out of it. Like, I don't, you know, we don't have to.
What's wrong with you?
What's wrong with you? And I could list a million things off the top of my head. I'm an OCD freak. I need everything to be done my way. I'm such a perfectionist. I really like my alone time, which a lot of guys, you know, might think of as me being sketchy or distant, which is so not the case. It's like, no, I want to go home and sleep in my bed.
Yeah.
Because my face wash is at my house and I miss my dog and I don't want to sleep here. Like, it's not me being like sketchy and going off somewhere else. No, I probably want to just sprawl out and sleep in my underwear and be comfortable in my own bed. That's it. So, you know, whatever. But I went on a date with this guy once, and you know, we had a really great time. But you know, then I think he like came back to my apartment. That's when I was living with a friend. She like had some people over, so I said, "Why don't you come in?" We were all like drinking, you know, hanging out, having a good time.
Yeah.
Oh brother. So we were a little drunk, and we like now started this whole like, what are your character flaws? What's wrong with you? Because I think my roommate was messing with me about how she's so anal. Like, if, oh my God, don't even think about peeing and then not putting the toilet seat back down because she'll freak out, you know, which is true. Put the fucking toilet seat down.
Yeah.
But anyways, so he said to me on the side that he does better alone. Like, he's someone who's like needs, like, he does like, and I'm not saying he likes his alone time, because my guy, we would be soulmates. He said that he likes to be alone, that he doesn't like to be a boyfriend. He operates
better alone. Yeah. Single.
So, that's fine. And thank you so much for telling me that. But so what you're telling me right now is that
what are you doing here?
Right. So we are just we're hookup buddies, or that's what you want this to be? Like, because that's
a weird thing to say to somebody that you're like on a date with.
Like, I mean, he was obviously a little bit under the influence, but like, so, okay, thank you. And then like
goodbye.
continued like, it was just the most bizarre thing that I had ever heard. So I was like, was that like a him telling me like, this is like, that this isn't working?
If he worded it like, I have been alone for so long that I really do it very well, but I'm ready to add somebody into the mix.
Then that would be...
And I haven't yet.
Right.
But I'm ready to. And maybe that's my flaws, that I've been doing it for so long. It's a little harder for me to. But just to say flat out, like, I'm honestly better on my own.
I was like, okay.
And that's a little like...
So then I was like, all right, that's... You know, that's his way of telling me that this is not...
This is not a thing.
But then
this isn't going anywhere,
It was very strange, because the next day, wake up, multiple texts from him. He's trying to text me all day. I'm, like, not answering at all, because I'm thinking, whatever. Then he was like, do I get a second date? My guy, why would you? You basically just told me that I'm, like, nothing. You know? Like, I'm occupying space.
Did you say to him, I thought you were better on your own?
I think I did make a joke of it, and he was like, oh, come, like, that's not the way I meant it. Well, I don't know how else
to take it.
That's
how you said it.
And so, you know, I really just, like, went ghost after that.
Yeah.
And then I would, like, see him, because we don't live far away from each other. I would run into him at certain places. And then a few months later, like, he popped out with a girlfriend, like, full-blown girlfriend on social media. So it's like, why did you say that, Ben?
Yeah.
Like, clearly that wasn't what you meant. Like,
it's not what you meant.
Were you trying to be, like, funny or cool? Or, like, because you failed at both.
At both, And now we're all just confused.
Yeah, I'm so confused. But, I mean, no hard feelings. It was cool.
I think, too, like, talking too much about because I just experienced this recently. We were fighting about something, whatever. He was like, I think you are bringing your past relationship into this relationship, because I had dated a guy very briefly who was like, nothing I did was good enough. He was just like very expectant of more. But I dated this guy for maybe like 4 months, if that.
Yeah.
So, years ago. So like to me, it is like so nothing. But him using that to say like, oh, you just, you think that I don't appreciate you because you are bringing your past relationship into this one because he didn't appreciate you and it wasn't good enough. And I was just like,
Kieran,
what the fuck are you talking about?
That guy was only even remotely relevant because Kieran wasn't around at the time.
Literally.
So, like,
that's the only reason I gave him any kind of attention, is because Kieran was preoccupied at the moment. So
like, actually,
if he wasn't, that would never have happened. But, but I think, it's a fine line between like telling people and letting people in a little bit.
Are they gonna hear me too?
Maybe. But, and then, I mean, you can't throw it back in their face, obviously. But then, it's a fine line letting, people know certain things or whatever, because you don't, again, want to give anybody a roadmap or think that you are, and then you don't want people to tiptoe and be like, oh, well, she's doing this because this is what happened in her last. And it's like, well, no, I would really just like you to pick your fucking towel up. It has nothing to do with a blip of a relationship 10, 12, 11, 20 years ago. Yeah.
I mean, I start fresh with every person.
Yeah.
Like no two guys to me are the same at all. So it's like, I mean, relationships are just
There's a fine line.
That brie.
This brie's great. All this cheeses are really great.
I'm gonna be fucking bloated as hell now from all this cheese and dairy.
That's okay.
It's all right. It's totally worth it.
That's okay.
My last guy that I was like seriously with, God bless, he lived with his ex-girlfriend. And I remember when he and I first started seeing each other, we never had like an ex conversation at all, but he said something and like, and when I lived with her, and I was like, oh, you lived with her? And I don't know why it bothered me so much that had like never been
brought up.
Because
it's the severity of how the relationship was.
I just think that that's something like, you lived with your ex. That's something
it's
that you
serious.
should. That's serious. Yeah, that's something that I think I need to know about.
Yeah.
Like, did you have a fucking pet together? Do you have like, living with someone is
a big deal.
Yeah, that's like very significant. So I think
so.
That's when you should. It's got to be. I don't know. I just think it needs to be talked about. I really do. I don't like want to know. I don't need to know that you were a fucking frat boy man whore in your prime. I don't like care about those details. But if you were living with someone, that dog that I'm cuddling with every night, you bought with your ex-girlfriend. Yeah. These are things that I kind of just want to know.
But then would you feel like if you wouldn't be as cuddly with that dog and maybe you didn't want to know that, be like, why'd you have to ruin it for me, this dog now?
No. No, I honestly don't think that. I like to know everything. If I could read a book of my life, I would read that last sentence. Instantly, I would flip to that last page immediately when handed that book.
Yeah.
So I don't like surprises. I want to know everything.
Yeah.
Just the way that I am.
Yeah.
I know ignorance is bliss for a lot of people, but not for me.
Yeah. I think, again, it's so situational, and the things you need to know should be pretty obvious, But you can't, like, I don't ever want to be too judgy,
I know,
with people.
I know.
And I don't want to, like, you did this to her, so you're going to do this. I mean, I can't live that way.
No.
I can't live with, oh, he did this to this person, so he can do this to me. Like, I'd drive myself up the fucking wall.
Yeah.
You have to live, like, this is a different experience because you're a different person, So people are going to treat you differently because you're different, And you're going to treat them differently because they're different. And you're at the end of the day, like, if this guy's gonna fuck you over, he's gonna fuck you over, whether or not he told you about his ex or not.
Yeah, it's true. If he's an asshole, he's an asshole. If she's an asshole, she's an asshole.
Then she's an asshole.
So this brings up, like, not related entirely, but corresponding, I guess. If you are, because this is a debate that I had with one of my girls the other day, if you have a bunch of, you and I keep our Instagram pretty up to date and recent, and we'll like archive things that are from a couple of years ago, whatever. But if you are someone that has a bunch of posts from years ago, if you break up with your boyfriend, are you deleting those posts?
Oh, that's a good one.
Because this friend of mine has all of her exes on her Instagram.
Really?
And it's so strange to me.
I think it's weird.
Like, take them down. She's like, why? Like, it's not, like, it's all love. It's no hate. Like, they're still friends of mine. But, like, if I'm dating a guy and he still has pictures, I don't care if he has pictures from 2013. If somewhere in the mix he has pictures with his fucking girlfriend, I don't care if it was his high school girlfriend that he went to prom with. I don't even want to see the prom pic.
Yeah.
Take it down. I'm here now.
Yeah.
Have me everywhere.
Yeah.
I don't want your ex-girlfriend on your fucking Instagram.
I've never posted a picture with another guy besides Kieran, so me personally, I don't have that issue, but I agree because I don't want to see it.
Right.
And I think, now you're with me and that's in your past.
Yeah.
What I did ask him to take down was the birthday posts from Facebook. They weren't on his Instagram, but there was Facebook ones. And it was, happy birthday to my amazing girlfriend who blah, blah, blah. And I was like, I don't need to read in black and white how you felt about another woman.
Yeah.
I don't need that to be out for anybody to read how you once felt about someone else.
That no longer exists.
That no longer exists in our lives. And, and he was very like, she made me put a post up and blah, blah, blah.
I'm sure she did.
I'm sure she made a comment and said, well, here's my post, blah, blah, blah. Right. But then I don't need to see it because it's funny because, there's only so much you can say. Him and I, we are very big cards people. He hand makes me all my cards and stuff, and I'll make give him a card for Valentine's Day, Christmas, whatever, and we'll write really nice things to each other. But they're all very personal. It's not stuff that you're gonna post for people to see. It's for you to read and for me to read and for us to see together, and that's it. So how many public things can you say about somebody? So when I'm reading your post about your ex, to my happy birthday to my amazing girlfriend, and then it's my birthday and you go happy birthday to my amazing girlfriend because what else are you gonna fucking say? Then I don't need that either. Then it's what is this? What is any of this? It's not even
sincere.
This is stupid at this point. But my biggest thing was I don't want it in my face black and white how you felt or put out there how you felt about somebody else.
Yeah, no, absolutely not.
Yeah.
Now that leads me into my next.
Okay.
Can they still be friends on social media? I'm saying absolutely fucking not. There's no reason for it at all. No. The only time maybe is like we said, if they were two friends in the same friend group, they hooked up drunk one night, they gave it a shot romantically, realized no, it totally was not a thing on either of their ends, but they're still in the same friend group, then sure. But if you guys were seriously together and it didn't work out and you're broken up and you didn't fucking grow up together and you're not in the same friend group and that's it, you're done.
Yeah.
See you later. You don't need to be friends.
See, my answer is kind of going to contradict what I had said earlier, about not needing to know, who broke up with who and the specifics of why they broke up and whatever. So his ex doesn't follow him on anything, but he still follows her on Instagram. And Brittany had said to me, whenever, doesn't that bother you? Wait, he still follows her and whatever. And I was like, my answer was, well, he broke up with her, so I don't care. It's because he didn't want to be in the relationship anymore. I don't care that he still follows her. It doesn't matter to me, She doesn't follow him. She doesn't want to see anything that he's doing, whatever. He can follow her. He didn't want to be with her, so who cares? So, the point of, not needing to know, that nugget, yes, does make that feel better,
I mean, in that aspect.
Like, if she broke up with him and he was still following her, I'd be like, well, why are you still following her?
Yeah.
You clearly aren't over it. You need to see what she's doing. But you broke up with her, so, like, I don't care. Yeah, follow her. She's married with a baby. Like, who cares at this point?
I think no. See, for me, it's just, like I said, my ex, he barely used Instagram. Like, didn't post nothing. Like, absolutely nothing. But and like, so in that aspect, if a guy doesn't use it, he still has her because he's just not active enough to even go on and unfollow her, then fine, whatever. Mm-hmm. But like, he was not active on Instagram at all, didn't use it at all, and still didn't have her. And I was like, fucking good. Because now in her head, it's like, he still follows me. That's the way I think of it, because that's the way I would look at it. Yeah. Any of my exes that still follow me, it's like, or even better, the ones that don't and still watch my stuff. Yeah. I'm like, gotcha, sucker. Yeah. Gotcha. Yeah. I don't know. It's just the way, because I know how girls' minds work. That's why I think it bothers me.
But girls' minds are crazy sometimes.
They're crazy all the time. Yeah. But regardless, it's just that giving them the satisfaction, that's what irks me.
Yeah. It's the satisfaction thing. Yeah.
I mean, don't like her picture. If you want to follow her, okay, fine, I guess. You're really like, oh, that's petty. I have to go unfollow her. Okay, fine, you want to follow her still. But if you think you're liking anything, you're wrong. Yeah. Because then you could go have her back. Because I'm out.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. I think it's social media has done such a number on people and relationships and things like that. So it's like, where do you even start? Where do you start? Where do you go?
I never care about liking or following other girls. I'm so not a girl like that. Yeah. If my boyfriend, whatever, even just a guy that I'm like, if he's in a girl's likes or anything, like, I know some girls are crazy about that. I really don't care, because honestly, half the time when I'm on Instagram, I'm liking every single thing. It's never like, ooh, I want him at all. Yeah, yeah. So that doesn't bother me. But like, if it's your ex fucking girlfriend, you don't need to like her picture.
If it's an ex, yeah. I mean, there are obviously there are certain people too, like, if they've been issues in your relationship. Oh, then that's another.
To me, that's still like an ex type.
Right, category. That's what I mean. Yeah. Then you can't be.
But if it's a random girl that looks good, I probably liked it too.
Yeah, but I mean, as far as following your ex, following somebody or whatever.
I mean, many of my friends like seriously stalk their boyfriends or whoever they're seeing at the time, who they're following, and I'm like, you got to stop that. Yeah. That is so strange. How many guys do you follow and you definitely like all their pictures? Doesn't mean you want a bone? Like, no. No, you probably really like him. He's one of your friends, or it was just in your newsfeed. You didn't even really look at it. You just liked it. Like, it doesn't mean anything. Yeah. But girls are like, no, but the girl is probably thinking, oh, that's so-and-so's boyfriend, and he's like my picture. Like, I'm never like that. I'm never like, Kieran liked my picture. Sorry, he wants me. Like, that's just not a thought in my head at all. Yeah. Girls that are like that are just, it's too much. But if it's someone that's been an issue in your relationship, have a little
respect.
Respect and just like
common sense. Yeah, but like we said, it's hard to have common sense. It's not hard for us, but it's hard for other people to have common sense these days. It just really is. I think at this point, everybody has a past and everybody has some baggage, and everybody can learn from things and from people and from experiences. And to judge somebody for their past with their ex can hurt you. Mm-hmm. And to be naive about someone's past with their ex can hurt you. And it's a fine line. And like that, we have gut instincts for a reason. They're usually spot on and they're rarely fucking wrong. Mm-hmm. And you have to listen to that, and you have to let people live too. Like, you have to let him like the picture if it's a random girl in a bikini, because he's probably fucking bored. Yeah. And ultimately, what that is too, like with guys liking girls' pictures, it's like locker room talk. Yeah. You know what I mean? It's like they have a fucking... It's instead of back in the day, it was an actual like Playboy magazine or calendar that they hung up in their locker. You know what I mean? Right. Nowadays, it's on their phone and it's on Instagram. You know what I mean? Yeah. So like,
I also just think it's like, it's so innocent, and we are like the first people to see that. I think because 5 minutes ago I said to you, that guy has huge dick energy. He has a third leg. Yeah. And do either of us want him?
No.
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 But are we talking about his dick?
Yeah, we absolutely are.
So it's like...
Well, that's just like social media in general and stuff. Like, it's so innocent and it's so not reality.
Yeah.
Anything. You know, even the way people look. The way people live their lives, you know? They look like they have the perfect fucking picture-perfect life.
The highlight reel.
The highlight reel of their fucking life. No one's putting up... Though I do know a few girls who put up crying stories, and it's very cringy.
Or me crying on the podcast all last episode.
No, that's good though. That's good though.
I'll say it like it is. I don't care. But yeah. I mean, for the most part.
But you're not gonna post a picture of you crying in bed.
No.
And be like,
I'm the ugliest crier, as you guys have seen.
No.
No one wants to see me crying in bed.
Oh yeah.
Though they could see it every night if they wanted.
Oh, yeah.
I'm just kidding, guys. I haven't cried since that episode.
Somebody's gonna call, like, a mental health counselor for you. I'm like, this girl is sad as shit. She needs serious help.
She has to black out once a week with her best friend to
get through the week, just to get by. We're over here sipping and spilling
and eating fucking Triscuits.
Yeah. But I feel like it's more so your generation than my generation.
You say that like you're my mother.
I can be.
No, you can't, Sarah.
If I was your mom, I would have had you at 7. That's super realistic.
I got my period at 10.
Did you?
Mm-hmm.
I got mine super late. I was a late bloomer in everything in life. I got my period when I was, like, in 8th grade. And I didn't lose my virginity till I was 22. Uh-huh.
No.
Mm-hmm.
I'm scared to even say it. My mom's going to cry when I say it.
Yeah, you don't have to say it.
I think I was turning 15.
Oh, wow. It's your generation. You're a bunch of sluts.
Oh, how?
No, it was more, like, odd for me that I was, like, such a late...
I mean, 22.
To the love of my life.
To the love of your life.
You know, I said that to him recently. I talked about, like, losing my virginity or something. And he looked at me, and the face he gave me was, like, enraged that I talked about, like, and I was like, Kieran,
it was you.
It was you.
He didn't know that?
And he goes, no, he knew that. He goes, oh, right, I forgot. Like, are you kidding me?
It's so funny because it's like, you know, everyone says, like, oh, the person that you lose it to, like, you become upset, you know, in love with.
Yeah. That's not true. I mean, I love him, of course, but, you know.
For me, I was...
Were you that to the T?
In love with him.
Really?
Like, Sarah, it's so funny, too, because we've, like, always stayed in touch, me and this guy. And so that was, like, my first boyfriend.
Okay.
Boyfriend, you know, I couldn't even drive yet. He could, I think. Whatever. And then I started dating the one that I fucked over that I talked about earlier that would just never disrespect any woman because he's such a good guy.
Uh-huh.
And I still, though, always thought about the other one. And I think that the good guy knew it.
Aw.
That the first guy was like bad boy.
Mm-hmm.
And then, you know, me and the nice guy broke up. And then me and the bad boy always stayed in touch. Like, literally up until... Like, I would still hook up with him sometimes. Like, up until maybe... It's 2022 now. Maybe, like... right before COVID started. Yeah, like anytime me and like the fucking most recent asshole.
Yeah.
Anytime me and him are off, me and first guy ever were on. I swear to God. Like,
yeah. So that was true really for you. Like your first person was like
I thought he was like the coolest. Like anything he did, I like fangirled over.
Yeah. Yeah.
I really thought he was just so cool.
Yeah.
I don't know why. He's definitely not. I'm so much cooler.
Yeah, I'm sure.
But
yeah.
But yeah, it really like stuck.
Yeah.
Since I was 15.
Yeah.
Like, he is just...
Well, you were young.
I was young.
See, for me, like I was older, so like
you were already cool.
I mean, I'm with him now still, so I guess I can't really say like it didn't make like an impact.
Well, that guy now finally has a girlfriend.
Oh, okay, so you can't go
But
back
he messaged
there.
me on Instagram the other day. Nothing like flirty. It was honestly like a really nice message. He messaged me off something I posted for this podcast, actually. Did I send it to you? I might have.
No, I don't know.
And he was just like, I think, like, this is so cool. Like, good for you guys.
Mm-hmm.
I just want you to know, if no one else has told you, that I've seen all of your growth, whether it be physically, mentally, spiritually.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, like, this whole long...
Thanks so much.
And I'm like...
No thanks to you.
Yeah. I mean, maybe partially thanks to you, because you were around for so fucking long.
Yeah.
But thanks. Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Tell your girlfriend I said hi.
Tell your girlfriend I said hi. Oh my God.
No, I'm just kidding. She's very cute. I'm very happy for them. They do look very happy together.
Yeah.
The only ex I'm not happy for is the good guy. I want him back. Baby, come back.
Baby, come back.
No, I don't want him back, honestly.
You want somebody like
But
him.
I want someone exactly fucking like him. And that's why I would talk to someone new about my ex. Because I would say, my ex-boyfriend was perfect. Please be just like him.
Yeah, right. Well, now you're maybe putting a little pressure
I'm just kidding. But
on the guy.
Hopefully someone watches this and he's like, all right, note
Yeah,
to self, be respectful.
Be respectful. But yeah, I mean.
That's how you should be anyway. It's just so not normalized.
But that's the thing. Like, this guy was so great to you, but, like, you weren't ready for it. And, like, that doesn't mean that you'll never be ready for a good guy. Like, oh,
I just haven't met any.
Natalie's ex, like, he was so good to her, and, like, she just, like, shit on him. Like, oh, well, I'm a good guy, so, like, she's gonna shit on me, too. Like, no, that doesn't mean that.
No.
Like, maybe she's just in a different place in life.
If I could have sat down my 17, 18, 19-year-old self.
I think I know where you're going with this, and
I would say, keep him.
No,
was
because
so
you
good.
would not be the person that you are now.
Yeah, you're right. I wouldn't be crying in bed every night.
No.
I would be happy.
No. You wouldn't be the person that you are now, emotionally, mentally, probably physically.
Definitely not.
I mean,
physically.
I'm not in your shape because I am in a relationship. And if I wasn't, I would be so fit, so toned. I at one point really was, and now I'm just happy and in love and fat.
Shut the hell up.
And that's life.
Yeah, but you know what? He's took her, I think, to France. I never went to France.
The nice guy took her to France?
Here eating brie for
like you are in France. But you're not.
I'm not.
You're in Farmingdale.
Starts with an F.
Yeah.
I want to hang out with them, I think.
Now, do you think you could be friends with an ex and their new... Well, you kind of are. You've had to be in the presence of and make nice and be friendly.
And it sucks. You want to know why it sucks so bad? Because I actually like her. You know?
Right.
Like, I actually, every time she's around, I'm like, oh, I hate that I like her so much.
She's so nice.
She's so nice, and she's so charming, and she has the cutest little voice, and I'm like, oh, and I come in fee-fi, fo-bum. And I'm fucking shotgunning brews with the boys in the backyard. Yeah. She's sitting there, and I'm just like, oh, that's who I should be. Maybe if I was more like her, I would have him. But I don't.
No.
I don't. And you know what? You know, and it's so funny, because I haven't referred to him once.
I know.
With good reason. It's hard for me. Mm-hmm. That's the one that got away, people. Mm-hmm. They're probably thinking, how many does she...
How many got away?
They all get away.
Did they run?
They're sprinting. No, honestly, there is one, not my first boyfriend, who treated me like gold, because I was too young to really know what the fuck anything was. Shortly after him, there was one who definitely stole my heart, but...
And never gave it back.
He never gave it back. He's still holding it tight with his girlfriend, unfortunately.
That you love so much.
I should just date them both.
Yeah. Ask if you could be a sister wife.
I don't know that she would like that.
No.
You know what's funny? Because I feel like girls, when they meet the girlfriends, they could always tell. Like, did you hook up with her? Like,
yeah.
I don't think she's ever asked him. I don't think she, has any idea. Because, like I said, in every which way, we are polar opposites. From the way we look, the way we talk, the way we dress, the way we act. Every single thing about us is black and white.
Yeah.
So, in her eyes, Natalie's out of the question, because Natalie is nothing like me.
Yeah. And I mean, there's no possible way she can know like how intense or involved it really was, because then I don't think there's any way, unless she's really like sent from the heavens, be that nice and like friendly towards you. Like I don't know that I could be that friendly.
She is really nice though, so honestly
Maybe, yeah.
But
yeah,
I mean, I'm and it's not even just like me blowing myself up, but I really do mean it. I'm so like a girl's girl. I really am. If I know a girl's with someone, like if I know a guy's with someone, even if I hate the girl, I would never even remotely look in his direction, so much so that sometimes it hurts me, because I could just solely know of a guy's ex-girlfriend. Like I don't know her personally. I don't have her number. We don't even have each other on Instagram.
Yeah.
But like I know he dated her, and me and that girl have mutual friends, and like he's still off limits to me, just like girl code. Like even though she's not my friend, it's still like I really am like that. For this girl, I really do like her and respect her, and I would never interfere. But do I want to marry her boyfriend?
Also yes.
But you know what? If he proposes to her, I already told you I'm going to book a one-way flight to Fiji and never look back, but I'm going to wish them well.
Yeah. Fiji.
I'll send them a postcard.
Yeah.
But I can't be there for it. And he's one of my close friends. But if they're getting married, I'm not attending the wedding. Politely declining. Because
you'd be invited.
I'd be invited. And you want to know what? I'd be in the church with a flask. And when they say, does anyone here?
No.
I would say, me. I do. And then I would say her name and say, I'm so sorry. I love you. Me and you could do this later on. But let me just have a year or two with him that I've been... So I deserve.
Listen, I don't agree, but I'll support you in whatever you do. And if you need me to be outside in the car running, I'll be there.
I would never do that. But like I said, the one-way flight is not a joke. That would probably need to happen, because that one would hurt. That one would sting a little bit too much.
That one would sting.
I wouldn't shatter a door, because I don't have
that rage.
I don't have that rage. I don't have bad feelings towards them like that at all. He never did. You know, like he hurt me in unintentional ways.
Yeah.
So for that, I could never hold it against him.
Yeah.
I always just think it's funny, because Kate said this to me like recently when we were out to dinner. Like I would say, let me count first my exes, like who I really consider an ex.
Yeah. I'll wait.
Okay. I would say 5.
You would say 5 actual exes.
5 actual exes. Like 5 guys that...
You considered a thing.
That, yes.
Okay.
Yes. Like either my family has met them, my friends have met them. They left like a hard impact on me. They were around for years. 5.
Yeah.
And now if I was at a bar...
Yeah.
And all 5 of them were there.
Okay.
What I would do.
Who would you go to?
I mean, you know what, though? It depends on, am I drunk?
Well, yes, you're at a bar.
I'm wasted. But, like, am I drunk or am I wasted and upset?
I would say,
or am I having a good time?
Here's the scene.
What mood am I in?
Okay, so we're going to set the scene.
Okay.
You're at a bar. You've been there a minute already. Okay?
What time is it?
It's like 11:30.
Okay.
So it's still kind of on the earlier side. For me, that's very late. But for you, that's early.
For me, I'm walking in.
For you, you're walking in.
I'm already drunk, though.
You've pre-gamed.
Okay.
So you've pre-gamed. You've walked into the bar. Mm-hmm. You've already done a shot. And you are on just starting your second vodka water.
Okay.
But you've pre-gamed. And you did a shot. So you're feeling
I'm feeling
nice.
Good.
Okay?
Okay. But what's my mood? Am I in a good mood this day, or is Lucy peeking an eye open?
No, Lucy's sound asleep. It's Natalie. It's the happiest Natalie there's ever been.
Oh, then there's one answer to that.
See? It depends, right?
It totally depends. If it's the
You are the happiest Natalie you've ever seen, and all 5 of your exes are in the bar, and when you turn around, there's going to be one standing there that you genuinely want to have a conversation with, hug, say hello.
There's no question. It's the one who has a girlfriend right now. not the one who reached out to me on Instagram, my first love, the one who currently has the girlfriend that I really like.
Yes.
Hopefully she's not at the fucking bar.
Right.
But it would 100% be him, because if I'm happiest Natalie and I'm being silly and I'm making jokes that no one else in the bar understands, he gets them.
Yeah.
He's joking back with me and we're having a great time. And honestly, in my mind, the bar is empty other than him being there.
So now you're in the same bar. You're still the happiest Natalie, but you get into an altercation with someone. All of your exes are there. Which one is stepping up for you?
100% the one whose door I shattered in a second.
Okay.
In a second.
Yeah.
I think if I called him right now, and I would have to call him under star 67 because I'm blocked. But if I called him right now and I said, you need to come to this location, this person just hit me. Yeah. He would hang up and be there in minutes. Okay. So if I was at a bar and there was a problem, I wouldn't even have to turn around to call him. He would be there. Okay. Yeah. I mean, the one that I referred to first would also... he would come knight in shining armor.
Who is running to you, has your back, defending you?
It's the one whose door I shattered.
Okay.
And that's why that brings out such emotion in me, because it's always that...
passionate?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
I mean, there have been, like, slight issues, like, just he comes to my defense so fast, and it's funny, because remember when I said... it's World Compliment Day, so I called him and I gave him like a bullshit compliment. I never said what I told you the compliment was, right?
No, what was it?
It's really funny. I could like pull it up if I could take my phone down. The compliment was to him that every time, like I sent like specific ones to everyone, like ways that they make me feel, not like, oh, you're so sweet, you're so generous, I have fun when I'm with you. Like, no, like actual ways that I feel when I'm with you and only you. Mm-hmm. And what I said to him was, every time I'm with you, I just feel so safe. Mm-hmm. Like the entire world could be ending. It could literally be Tom Cruise's War of the Worlds, and me and you could be driving in a car, just us two. We don't even know if one other person is alive on the planet. Yeah. But for some reason, my pulse wouldn't increase. It would stay like I'm calm and I feel okay. Mm-hmm. Doesn't matter what's going on. So that's just the way he always makes me feel. If I was out and there was a problem, I would hope he was there, even though. If there wasn't a problem, I would dread him being there. You know what I mean? Because the problem that would be there was with me and him. Yeah. But at the end of the day, if I was at a bar and there was an issue, would love if he was there for it.
You're at home, and you get a letter in the mail from whatever school, whatever job, whatever it is, a congratulatory. You were accepted, you got this, you whatever, like in a way that like is going to propel your life forward. Not in a like, oh, you like won a trip, or you like, whatever. In a like, I've succeeded in something in my life and this is the next step in my life. Which one do you want to call?
Oh, that's like sad. That makes me so sad to
Why?
think.
Why?
Oh my God, I could cry because I still want to call the last one.
Which one? Which last one?
The one whose door I shattered, I would still want to call him.
Okay, because you hustled together.
Yeah.
But apart. But you appreciated the hustle.
Oh God,
that question wasn't like meant to.
I know. I don't know why.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
You know who I would really call? I wouldn't call any exes. You know who I would call if something like that happened? I would call George.
Okay.
If I got a letter that I was really excited about something and like, wow, I'm advancing in this aspect of my life and like I need someone who I know is going to be just as excited as I am about this, George would be the first person I would call. It wouldn't be a lover. So shout out to him.
But if it was a lover, that's who it would be.
If it was a lover, it's one of those two. And the only reason why I would say the one whose door I shattered is because he is the most recent. And I think that I know what his response would be. Uh-huh. Because he's such a dick, but he's such a dick, He really, really is. And he's so cold. Mm-hmm. And he even says it, like, it's just who he is. I, like, to a degree, can't attack him for it because it's just him. Yeah. But if I said, oh my God, I got a promotion, or oh my God, I got into this school, or, whatever, I got the job, he would say, yeah, okay, that's no surprise to me. Like, it would
Yeah.
still be nice, but he wouldn't
It's in a way that's
celebrate
like, I'm
it.
not surprised because you are all these amazing
And that's
things
what he
and you
does.
deserve it.
And
Yeah.
he's done it every semester that I've been with
Uh-huh.
him pretty much all college. So every
Yeah.
semester that I make Dean's List and I call him excited about it, he's like, yeah, I know, another Dean's List. I would expect nothing less.
Yeah.
And it's
Yeah.
just like, what else? Are you calling me
Yeah.
for anything else? And it's like,
Yeah.
it's such
Okay,
like, fuck
well,
you. But at the
yeah.
same time, it's also like, that is his way of showing
Right. Like, I'm not surprised because you are
you.
You are you.
Yeah. Like, okay. And what else? Are you hungry? Because I got to go. I'm busy over here. Like,
Yeah.
you need food?
Yeah.
You need anything? Okay, bye.
Yeah.
Now, if I called the one with the girlfriend, it would be a more like, you deserve that, Nat. Good for you. I'm so happy
Yeah.
for you.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
things that you expect the
Right.
nice,
Right.
chivalrous guy to say.
Yeah. Yeah.
But my guy,
Yeah.
my most recent guy would
Yeah.
just be like, all right, another one,
Yeah.
another celebratory thing for Nat.
Yeah.
No
Yeah.
surprise here.
Yeah.
We know you're the greatest.
Okay.
And we do know that.
Last
So-
one.
Oh, God. Don't make me emotional now.
So I
That
thought
one?
this one was gonna make you emotional. The one I'm about to say, I thought
Oh,
would maybe make you more
all right.
emotional. But
Let's see.
something sad or tragic happens in your life.
Who am I calling?
Who are you calling to console you? Who do you want? If you're at a funeral for someone super, super close to you, whatever, you're in the church, whose hand are you, like, holding next to you?
It's it's weird because thinking of your exes like this, like some of them I haven't spoken to in so long, obviously, but like thinking that like we're all on, like we could pick up like nothing ever left off, like it wouldn't be
Yeah.
weird. It wouldn't be either of the two. It
Okay.
would, if something like really, really hurt me, really made me upset, and I really needed like good comforting, I would go the one who never disrespected me.
Okay.
He was so good at like
Because
that.
you know that support and comfort would be so pure.
He was there when my grandma passed away, my
Okay.
mom's mom, who lived with us.
Yeah.
And that was really like,
Yeah.
he used to visit her with me every single night in the nursing home. We brought her dinner every single night. So
Yeah.
when she passed away, I was like not well. And he was so good about it, you know?
Yeah.
So yeah, I would go him.
So this really just brings us full circle to that everyone provides different things. Everyone acts so differently with
Do
different
I
people.
love them all still?
You might be in love with all of your exes, is what we've learned
I'm
tonight.
in love with all of my exes.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to text all of them the same message tonight.
Please don't.
No, I'm just kidding. I'm probably blocked.
Yeah, please don't.
Oh,
But
Natalie's drunk again. That's what
You
they're
can
gonna say.
you can never judge it by someone's exes because you're different. You're different with all of them. You're different with every person. It's a different experience.
And it's just, I feel like so important. And I say this to all of my friends, like, especially one of my closest friends right now who's really been on the rocks with the guy that she's been with for some time. Let me chew. Just because something is not working right now doesn't mean that that's it. It's never going to happen again. Like, I think that there are a lot of things that are just unforgivable that you can't, that you can't work past. But it's not to say that you can't still have love for that person. Listen, you've created countless memories with them, shared things with them that other people don't know. They've seen you in such vulnerable states, like they know you and a specific part of you that no one else will ever know.
Yeah.
Austin knows a part of me that no one that I'll
Yeah.
ever date again will know because no one knew me at that time the way he did. So
Yeah.
in that way, like, yes, I will always have love for all of them, no matter how I hit them in the face or broke their door, how bad things ended. Like, do I hate him? Yeah, easily. Like, there's so many parts of him, things about him that I absolutely really do feel like I hate.
Yeah.
And I have such anger towards, but at the end of the day, like, if he called me, like, something severe happened, would I ever blow him off, go fuck? No, absolutely not, because you and I have such, like, history that there's, like, nothing, in my opinion, that could take that away. And sure, right now, do I consider you a friend to me? No, I really don't. But, like, do I have nothing left for you? No love left for you? No. And that's how I feel, not even just about, like, relationships and partners and stuff like that. Like, friends, too. There's so many friends that I've fallen out with that probably think that it's like, oh, like it's beef if I see her out. Like no, it's not like that. It's like you and I maybe don't have anything in common right now, and we have, nothing to really like base a friendship off of, and maybe nothing to even talk about if we go out together. But like, best believe if there's something that you need, I wholeheartedly mean, you were a friend to me once, you're still a friend to me. I don't care if we had a fight. I don't care if you said some hurtful things behind my back.
Yeah.
Everything, we're all human. We all fuck up.
Time heals all.
Time heals all. If you need something, you can call me still.
Yeah.
And I think that that's just like something that all of us have to really like register into our brains. Life is short. Like it takes way more out of you to hold this hatred and this grudge.
Well, they say, forgiveness is for yourself. It's not for the other person.
It is. It really totally is. That's really how I feel. Like it's no hate. I don't have it in me anymore. I used to.
No.
It does nothing for me.
No.
There are a lot of like relationships, friendships that I wish didn't fall out the way that they did.
Yeah.
Because I still have such fond memories of those people, even though it didn't end well.
Yeah. And one day, when I ask you all those scenarios, there's only going to be one person that fits the bill for all of those.
I wonder if he's one of them or if he's someone new.
I don't know. That's a good question. We'll have to find out in the future. But one day, there'll be one person that you want to tell all the good, all the bad, who will want to, you be with at your happiest, you be with to protect you. There'll be one person that just fits it for everything.
And hopefully he takes me to France. I just want to go to France, man. Yeah. That's it. I want to have a croissant and sit under the Eiffel Tower and have the French walk past smoking their cigarettes, spitting at me, the stupid hoe American that I am.
And is that what we're going to wrap up with? Is that what's making you wet? The thought of going to France with the love of your life?
Yes.
Okay.
That's making me wet. What's making me dry? That I have done nothing but sweat. I guess that's not really making me dry. You wet. I wish it was making me dry. What about you, Sarah? What has made you wet this week?
This week, what has made me wet was, it's so funny because I was the one who was like, let's start with like a wet and a dry, whatever. And then I never have anything to say. Wet or dry, I feel ever. Like I'm just
all the time.
Boring.
No.
Maybe.
I think you're just content in life, and that's
I'm just
great.
content right now. Nothing's really making me. I mean, I'll tell you what made me wet tonight is this fucking charcuterie snack pack that you packed for us. That's all.
I cleaned it.
Gone.
All right, guys. Well,
that concludes
that's a week.
Another wet, dry, and slightly shaken for the week. And that also.
Oh.
This is what's making me wet.
Big news for them.
Yeah. So this is, and just like that, we are at episode 5. This is halfway through our first season. Next week, that's what's making me dry. Next week, there is no new episode. Next week, we're doing a
I thought you were going to say next week we have Kayla.
No. For us, next week we have Kayla. Yes. But for you guys, next week we're taking a little break. We're doing a little bit of a bye week, like we're the New York Jets. And
we're a lot better
and then
than
we'll
them.
be back, And then we'll be back the week after that. But not only back for our second half of the season, back with special guests. Next episode, we start to introduce some pretty special people.
Yeah.
And I can't wait. We've got a lineup for you.
My advice to all of you is have the alcohol ready for the next episode that you do see.
Yeah.
Because you're going to need it.
And we're climbing the ladder. We don't have just silly little people on. We are going to start, that servers are at the bottom, but we're going to start from server, work our way up to like regional corporate people. So that's what's making me wet, and our bye week's what's making me dry, but what's making me wet is what you have to come back to.
Very exciting.
Very exciting. Yeah.
For sure.
And that's that. So see you not next week, but the week after that.
See you in 2 weeks.
And we'll
come back with stories for sure. Every day is an adventure.
Every day.
So.
All right. See ya.
See ya, guys.